What's up guys, welcome back to another video. I am Justin Colby, and on this episode we are going to discuss what is real estate wholesaling and how and why everyone in the real estate industry should be getting involved. Stay tuned. What's up guys, welcome back. I am Justin Colby, and we are going to go over a massive subject that literally has come up 5 different times this week alone, and that is what actually is real estate wholesaling defined. Now, I've talked to realtors and flippers combined this week, 5 different conversations that they simply wanted to actually know, what is it that makes real estate wholesaling so special? How do you actually do it, and what is really the definition of wholesaling? So let me break that down to you, as it is a very hot topic across all real estate investors as well as agents. Now first, if you are a realtor and you do not know what wholesaling is, you really need to pay attention to this video. Realtors should understand wholesaling. Realtors should be wholesaling. It is another great bolt-on revenue source for you in the space you already play. For fix and flippers, this argument is the same. If you are fix and flipping properties, you need to also be wholesaling. I can tell you today, I actually had 2 separate conversations, one with a realtor out in DC, one with a local fix and flipper, and both of those conversations basically came from one angle as a realtor, one as a flipper, saying, what is wholesaling and should I put that into my current business model? They both have heard of it as a term, maybe they've Googled it, maybe they've seen one of my videos, but they have no idea really the process that it goes through and why it's so valuable to absolutely anyone. Now, for those of you that are not in the game at all and actually watching this video in hopes to get in the game, I can tell you wholesaling is the very best way to start getting into real estate investing. Now, it is different than long-term wealth building because it creates quick cash in terms of a lot of cash that you can pay yourself, right? But it absolutely does not build wealth. What it will help you do is fire your boss, create a great lifestyle so you can not only just pay your bills, but you can afford vacations, and most importantly, you can afford to buy the rentals that you want to be able to buy. It creates fast transaction. It's a cash stick type of transaction, if you will, where you are simply contracting the deal with the homeowner and selling the paperwork, the assignment contract, off to another investor who is likely going to either flip it or hold it for themselves. So let's truly define it, and I'll explain it the best way I can for you what wholesaling is. Now, wholesaling is the type of real estate transaction that you are not actually buying the property. You are simply contracting it and then assigning your contract off to another investor, as I just mentioned. The process is very clear, very simple, where you use a simple, 2-page purchase agreement. You do not have to use a residential purchase agreement. If you are licensed, you might choose to do so. If you are not, you absolutely do not have to use one. So you use a purchase agreement, you contract the property, you have another buyer, let's say another fix and flipper, or maybe you have a landlord type buyer who's looking to build more of a portfolio. You may not be at that point yet. You may not have enough money to start building your portfolio. You may not be wanting to take a risk in getting into the real estate flipping game. So at this point, it's best to simply assign your contract. This is what is called an assignment contract, and it is one simple page that essentially is giving you a fee to assign the contract over to the end buyer. Now, this is completely legal. The negotiations are between you and the seller, and ultimately you are collecting a check, putting the seller together with the ultimate end buyer, and you go rinse and repeat. You have no skin in the game in the sense of buying the property. You do not need to go get credit, or have credit for that matter. You do not need to go get a loan. You simply give an earnest money deposit at your choosing, however much you would like. You then put it into escrow with a 14-day contingency on inspection period. And from that point, you do some of your inspections and you simply find a buyer who will go out and buy this property for themselves, whether it be a flip or a rental. That is wholesaling, folks. And the reason why this video is so important, if you are a realtor, you need to be doing this because you're already in front of these homeowners. And the simple switch of conversation, let's say for example, a homeowner wants to list their property, but the property is in pretty poor condition. And you know, as a realtor, you can't list the property for the number they want. You might be able to offer them a cash offer that would make sense for them to put the money that they want into their pocket, and you can actually wholesale that off to an end user. Completely legal as long as it is disclosed you are a licensed realtor. Now that makes complete sense. The other side of it is for the fix and flippers. As I mentioned, if you are already buying properties, you're likely getting them from the MLS, which is very hard to do these days. We all know that. And or maybe even buying from other wholesalers. Why wouldn't you try to go out and get your own deals directly from the homeowner and just remove the middleman? And or then why aren't you wholesaling the properties that you don't want to flip? So for example, if you are out and you are putting out certain marketing in certain areas, you're canvassing a area that you love flipping properties, and you might get a seller who is interested to sell but doesn't want to get you the right price, doesn't want to come to your terms of price. Why wouldn't you find another buyer who can get to that number and then simply do an assignment and collect quick cash? Like I told you, this is a very quick transactional style business model, which is beautiful for those looking to quit their job, create a certain level of income, and not have credit or need a bunch of cash to do. The main hurdle when flipping is people don't know where to find the money. They don't have the financial resources most of the time. And there are plenty of videos here in my catalog of hundreds of videos when I talk about that. By the way, if you're liking this video, smash that like button for me. I really appreciate that. That helps the YouTube gods keep promoting my videos to everybody. Also, make sure you are subscribing, as that way you can get some notifications regarding these videos. So for those of you that are looking to quit your job, wholesaling is perfect. If you're a realtor, you're already in front of the homeowner. Now it's just about exit strategy. Keep offering the homeowner options. Selling on the MLS might be their preferred way, which is great. That's what you're already trained to do. But there may be other options that are actually more valuable to the seller if you just ask the right questions. Like, when are you gonna move? Why are you gonna move? How quickly do you need to move? How much cash do you need in your pocket? If all those things align with, let's just say, speed, like I've done transactions that need to close the same week. We might contract it Friday, it needs to close by, contract it Monday, it needs to close by Friday. That is an impossible listing. You can't do that. So why wouldn't you go into investor mode and try to lock up the property under contract and simply assign that contract off to your buyer, right? Again, fully legal as long as you disclose you're a licensed realtor and you are not acting as a realtor in this transaction. You're actually a party to the transaction and you are looking to buy the property. Now, flippers, I would make the argument, if you're flipping 10 properties a year, you can be wholesaling 10 properties a year. The challenge with flipping, as we all know, is it takes so long to collect that check. So why not go and collect quick checks, fast checks, maybe not as large, maybe instead of making 40 grand, you make 15 grand, but you're able to do it in a very fast way that helps you float your boat until you can actually get to those bigger checks throughout the year. Again, if you're liking this stuff, smash the like button for me. I appreciate it. I have a lot of free resources over at thescienceofflipping.com. Please feel free to go over there. I also do daily podcasts on iTunes and Spotify and all the platforms really, called The Science of Flipping, which is dedicated only to real estate investing. So if you're liking this video, make sure you're checking out my podcast called The Science of Flipping on iTunes, Spotify, and all of those platforms. Now, this model is really brilliant. I've been doing it for a decade. It is all about getting in leads and being able to have multiple exit strategies. If you're a realtor, you are a fix and flipper, you absolutely need to be doing this and implementing this. This is a bolt-on strategy to what you're already doing. Now, if you're looking to just get in the game, this is the only way to get in the game. You need to start by wholesaling, collect fast checks, get some money in your pocket, build up that confidence, and then really go for it. And if you want to get into flipping and wholesaling and buying and holding, absolutely. But go make money first. If you make money and put money in your pocket, that's what's gonna help you really be able to build the wealth that we're all in this industry for. So with that said, smash the like button, hit the subscribe button if this helped you. Otherwise, I will see you on the very next episode here on YouTube. And that's it for me, guys. I'm out. Peace.